And welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level science lesson, and today we're going to be talking about climatology. So look at each image and see if you can match it with the weather word on the left. You can take a few minutes to try that on your own and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, so number one, thunderstorm. Go with letter G. Windy. Actually, that's going to get messy. Let me do it a different way. So thunderstorm would be G. Windy. Separate these to see. So number two, windy is letter H. Okay, number three, sunny is letter B. Rain and snow mixed. Let's say that is probably letter E. Number five, partly sunny would be letter F. Cold overnight. Let's see, I would say that is probably D. And number seven, cloudy would be letter C. Number eight, rainy, letter A. And snowy. Let's see, if I use letter I guess that's letter I. All right, so we're going to talk about weather and climate. You can either read the text on your own and or follow along as I read, and then try to summarize uh, weather and climate in your own words. Weather describes the conditions outside right now in a specific place. For example, if you see that it's raining outside right now, that's a way to describe today's weather. Rain, snow, wind, hurricanes, tornadoes, these are all weather events. Climate, on the other hand, is more than just one or two rainy days. Climate describes the weather conditions that are expected in a region at a specific time of year. It is usually rainy or usually dry. Do you have droughts or floods? Is it typically hot or typically cold? A region's climate is determined by observing its weather over a period of many years, usually 30 years or more. All right, so can you name the following weather conditions from the text? So this looks like a hurricane. Here it looks like dry conditions, floods, and snow. Now we'll read about climate change. Climate change describes a change in the average conditions, such as temperature and rainfall, in a region over a long period of time. For example, 20,000 years ago, much of the United States was covered in glaciers. In the United States today, we have a warmer climate and fewer glaciers. Global climate change refers to the average long term changes in the Earth. This includes warming temperatures and the effects. For example, the Earth's warming is causing rising sea levels, changes in flower and plant growing time, and more extreme weather events, droughts, floods, heat waves, and hurricanes. The Earth's climate has always been changing, but scientists have observed that the temperature has been increasing much more quickly in the last 150 years. So, what causes climate change? So, scientists agree that the Earth has been getting warmer in the past 50 to 100 years due to human activities. So, we're going to read the text and then what words from the text have these definitions. Some gases in Earth's atmosphere prevent heat from escaping. This is called the greenhouse effect. These gases keep the Earth warm like the glass in a greenhouse keeps plants warm. Human activities such as burning fuel to power factories, cars, and buses are causing more heat to stay in the atmosphere, and the result is a warmer Earth. All right, so prevent is to stop or to not let something happen. Escaping is to get free from. Causing is to make happen. And the result is the effect or consequence. So here's a question to think about. What can you do to help stop climate change? Meteorology is the science that studies the atmosphere, weather, and climate. And here are some words that are connected to meteorology: temperature, humidity, pressure, precipitation, clouds, and wind. So read the sentence and match the bold word with its definition. The climate in this region is usually warm and sunny throughout the year. So that would match with letter E, the usual weather in a place over a long time, like if it is hot, cold, or rainy most of the time. Today, the temperature is high, so it's a good day for outdoor activities. So temperature is how hot or cold something is, like if it feels warm or chilly outside. The weather forecast says that it will be cloudy with a chance of rain later in the day. So weather forecast is a prediction about the weather, telling us what it will be like in the future. During a storm, it can get windy and there might be heavy rain and thunder. So a storm is weather with strong winds, heavy rain, thunder, and lightning. In tropical areas, the humidity can be high, making it feel hot and sticky. So how much water is in the air, making it feel sticky or dry, is humidity. The Earth's atmosphere protects us from the sun's rays and gives us the air that we breathe. So atmosphere is the air around the Earth, which we breathe and where weather events happen. Changes in air pressure can affect the weather, sometimes causing storms or clear skies. So pressure is the force of the air pushing on everything, affecting the weather. In winter, we often see precipitation in the form of snow, making everything look white. So precipitation is water falling from the sky like rain, snow, sleet, or hail. And there are 4 seasons in a year: spring, summer, autumn, and winter, each with its own unique weather characteristics. So seasons are different times of the year with distinct weather patterns. So now we're going to look at verbs to define information. There are some verbs that are used to define and classify information, such as appear, which can be used with to be, so something appears to be or appears to have. Be, mean, remain, and then we can also use seem to be or seem to have. The word there or it often comes before these verbs. There acts as the subject of a sentence when there is no clear subject. So there is evidence of more frequent weather events. So we use there plus the singular verb plus a singular or uncountable noun. So there is evidence. And here there are four types of precipitation: rain, snow, sleet, and hail. So here we have there plus the plural verb plus a plural countable noun. There are types. All right, so match the beginning of the sentence to the end. And you can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, there is growing concern, and that goes with letter F, rising sea levels due to climate change. There have been efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. There appears to be a correlation between rising global temperatures and an increase in extreme weather events. It means that our actions impact the climate. It seems that extreme weather events are becoming more common. Despite efforts, there remains a long road ahead to achieve global climate goals, and there seems to be many earthquakes in this part of the world. All right, so now practice completing the sentence with the correct form. They give you the verb here, so you'll just have to make the verb, change the verb um, to the correct form. Again, you can pause the video, try that on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, there are 4 seasons in the year. Some places have a seasonal climate with rainy periods and dry periods throughout the year. Clouds appear before it rains. Dark clouds typically mean that there will be a storm soon. Some climates seem seem to be hotter, but the humidity is just higher. It seems that the Arctic ice is melting at a fast rate, and there appears to be an increase in the frequency of heat waves. All right, now look at the image and then use the image to complete the text with the correct verb. So this is a chart of the water cycle that's showing the water is collected and then it evaporates, condensing, being condensed by the sun, then becomes precipitation, and the whole cycle starts over again. All right, so water evaporates from the surface of the earth, rises and cools, and condenses into rain or snow, and and falls again to the surface. The falling water collects in rivers, lakes, soil, and porous layers of rock, and much of it flows back into the oceans. The cycling of water in and out of the atmosphere is a significant aspect of the weather patterns on Earth. All right, now read the sentences and match the bold words with their meanings. Scientists monitor climate data to track changes over time. So that would be to watch or observe something over time. Climatologists use models to predict future climate patterns. That's to guess or estimate what will happen in the future. Researchers analyze temperature records and precipitation data It's to look closely at something to understand it better. Instruments measure greenhouse gas concentrations. That's E, determine how big or small something is using numbers. And the increased greenhouse gas emissions impact global temperatures and weather patterns. That is to change or affect something. Now complete each sentence with the correct verb. All right, the teacher monitors students during the test. The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow. Meteorologists measure the amount of rainfall. Meteorologists predict, let's see, no. Let's see, monitors, predicts, measures. This one would be impacts. Or impact, sorry. And analyze. Meteorologists analyze weather patterns. I'm having trouble with that. Let's do it this way. All right, now we'll talk about modal verbs. We can use modal verbs to describe possible impacts of humans on the environment. Modal verbs like can, could, may, and might are all used to make predictions. Natural forces like tsunamis and volcanic eruptions can impact the Earth's surface and people's safety. So you're going to match the beginning and the end of each sentence. So human activities may contribute to global warming and climate change. Increased greenhouse gas emissions. Let's see, I'm going to skip that one and come back. Pollution from factories and vehicles could harm air quality and impact human health. Overfishing might deplete marine resources and disrupt ocean ecosystems. And actually, this one should be C. Increased may contribute to global warming, and human activities can lead to deforestation, which affects biodiversity and disrupts ecosystems. All right, so now you're going to read the prediction and write a sentence about the possible impact. So the prediction, the Earth's average temperature will continue to rise, and the impact is the increase in temperature could lead to rising sea levels. Another prediction, scientists expect an increase in extreme weather events, and the increase in extreme weather events could, and you might think about, cause more damage, be harmful to people and their communities. So go ahead and see if you can come up with some impacts caused by these others. Okay, mountain glaciers will melt faster. So this might lead to animals leaving their homes. The number of rainy days will increase. The increase could result in flooding. And forest fires will become more frequent, and that could lead to the destruction of homes and loss of lives. All right, and now you can read this last section on climate change and think about it. Maybe leave a comment if you'd like about climate change. And that brings us to the end of today's video. So please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.